Now at 4, suburban boom, and in Westfield, it's showing no signs of slowing down. Hear from the mayor about the city's trajectory and how they are managing it all. Rob?
And very pleasant temperatures as we look around the area today. It's going to be a nice end to the week, but big changes are on the way for the weekend.
And cooking up some serious competition, the delicious scoop on the World Food Championships and what it took to bring it to Indy. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News.
We start at 4 o'clock with a live look this afternoon in Westfield, one of the fastest growing communities in the entire country, and city leaders say it's not slowing down. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday afternoon. I'm Dustin Grove.
And I'm Felicia Lawrence. We're glad you're here. We're going to get straight to things. Jenna Webster actually spoke with the mayor about his vision for the future. Hey, Jenna.
Well, yeah, the city is getting ready to finalize its new comprehensive plan that's coming up soon. And it's its first really in almost 20 years. And since its last one, its population is up probably about 30,000 people since then. Now, the mayor says when they're looking at this, they're kind of targeting the north and west areas of the city for some more future growth. So there's actually a current proposal right now to build, they're calling it a village concept, a smaller community inside a larger city. So here's where it would be. It's in the Hortonville area of Westfield. It'd be about 2,200 housing units. Some are homes or apartments. Others are restaurants and shops. The mayor says this is a long-term project, 10 to 15 years, because they first have to focus on meeting the infrastructure needs for the growing number of people really choosing to live here.
All the infrastructure will be in place before any house is built. We told the developer that if you want this project to get through, you will donate land to our elementary school. They've, I think it's 40 acres free to our school district because we know it's going to create a need for another elementary school.
So that's just one of the ways they're looking at infrastructure. Another is making sure there's enough water sources for the area. And when it comes to growth here and in other areas of Westfield, the mayor says they really need to focus on widening roads or building roundabouts to adjust for the traffic demand. So anticipating infrastructure needs for what the population looks like, not now, but in 20 to 30 years is what he's telling city engineers to focus on right now. The school district itself is another area that's seeing a lot of population growth in its students there. So we're going to kind of talk about what that means for them coming up at 6:15 tonight.
All right. It's just incredible to think about what Westfield looked like even 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, and what it looks like today.
Pretty different.
Yeah. Well, thanks for breaking down. It's really a lot of complexities that go into trying to expand the area and have a place for people to live, work, play, take care of themselves.
Do it all.
Yeah.
Thank
you,
Jenna.
Jenna. All right, today, the Citizens Action Coalition, or CAC, called on state regulators to reject the proposed settlement between AES and the city of Indianapolis.
Yeah, this all has to do with a proposed rate increase. They agreed the utility would not seek a base rate increase before January 1st, 2030, so about 4 years. Fixed monthly charges would also remain at the same IURC approved levels for residents. AES says if the hikes are approved, customers using 1,000 kilowatts per month would see a $10 monthly bill increase by 2027. Rich Nye is on this story for us. You're going to hear from AES officials as well as those who say this latest proposal, this settlement, is just not enough. It's coming up at 5 and 6.
Okay, it's Thursday. We're seeing just beautiful skies out there, loads of sunshine, and temperatures much like yesterday.
Pretty comfortable out there.
Very nice outside. We probably haven't been outside over the last couple of hours, but most folks that have been outside, it's beautiful outside today. Tomorrow, another beautiful day.
Okay.
The weekend, wild ride. There'll be lots of ups and downs, winds, storms, cooler temperatures, a lot to talk about there.
We got an IU football game on Saturday
I know, and
afternoon.
the timing is going to be critical.
Just so you know.
In case I had forgotten about it.
Pressure.
That is going to be critical. But until then, before I get to that, let's get you through the rest of this week. Let's talk about the good before we get to the bad news, because temperatures are right around 70 degrees. We're currently sitting right at 70. I mean, you could set your thermostat to this right now. This looks beautiful. Comfortable conditions, plenty of sunshine, and I think you get this for one more day. Although tomorrow we'll start to see some changes. The larger picture shows there's that big warm up. This will arrive sometime on Saturday. So talk about temperatures warming into the 80s. This is what will move our way, and then there's a front back back behind that. That is what is going to bring us that big up and down temperature change and the possibility of some storms. You can actually see those starting to get a little bit better organized farther to the west. In the meantime, through this evening, beautiful conditions. It will certainly cool down pretty quickly. We'll go through the 60s, we'll end up into the 50s by 9 p.m. and we'll likely stay in the 50s overnight, although I think there are going to be some areas that get into the upper 40s, especially with the city sitting into the low 50s. Beyond that, tomorrow, the thing you're going to notice about tomorrow is that while we start out with comfortable conditions and clear skies, clouds will build in during the day, and this is just the first indication that that front is on the way. Temperatures, though, still very comfortable into the low 70s. It should feel quite nice. Coming up, I'll talk about Saturday and Sunday's big ups and downs. In the meantime, let's talk traffic real quick because we do have a few issues, mainly on the north side. We're starting to see the backups for the splits and through downtown, but mainly for 465, this is going to be westbound just past Michigan Road. We're looking at an accident there, and then also eastbound right at Keystone. Let's take you to a couple of traffic cameras and show you. Every time we go back to this camera, there's more of these birds sitting on that wire. But what we're watching are the traffic conditions. It was like every minute. It was a counter. It looks like a little crow abacus going on there. There is a backup there. It's behind that truck with the beams on it that is causing a backup. This is 465 westbound traffic is what you're looking at there. We're also looking at big backups on Keystone. Excuse me, on 465 approaching Keystone.
Wonder what they're thinking.
Yeah, they're watching the traffic too. Trying to get in on the traffic report.
Thursday afternoon.
Thank you, Rob. And for the second year in a row, Indy is hosting the World Food Championships. Thousands of culinary experts from around the world competing here to become World Food Champions.
This is like the Super Bowl for foodies, and you get a chance to check it out as well. Brandon Schaff explains what it's going to take for those competitors to earn that world title.
Take a look at this, the red carpet at the World Food Championships. The final dishes being presented. Lots of people excited to see what they come up with.
1,300 home cooks, professional chefs, and barbecue teams. They're all going head-to-head, cooking their best dishes across 10 categories. About 40 states and 30 countries are represented at this year's event. Organizers say each category has 20 champions who won their way into the WFC. Category winners get $10,000 and compete at the final table with a chance to win $150,000 and be crowned World Food Champion. While chefs work hard on their dishes, the public can come to sample the food this weekend.
The general person can come in here, enjoy the competition. Those with a little bit more sophisticated palate can get the taste of WFC. So there's a little bit of something for everybody, and we're excited to have them out here.
This is just the beginning of the action. It's a preview of what the World Food Championships will bring to Indianapolis this weekend. Reporting here at the Indiana State Fairgrounds, Brandon Schaff, 13 News.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, I did have learned that chefs take this very seriously.
They do.
And they do not like to be called foodies because they are artistes.
Absolutely. No, we are the foodies.
We are the foodies,
ones
yes.
who get to go there and check out all. And I love how many different categories there are. There's even a mixology category.
Oh, that makes sense.
For drinks,
Yeah. We are the world food eater champions
Yes.
here. We just want to eat and sample all the food.
I'll take that title.
Yeah. All right, so the Colts, they continue to prepare for the Chargers this week.
But first, a little wager had to be paid after IU football defeated Oregon last Saturday. Oregon, of course, is where DeForest Buckner played his college ball. Here was his punishment after the Hoosiers took down the Ducks. Check it out.
He got the chant right.
He looks okay with it. He's even got the candy stripe
Got
pants.
the stripes right.
Yeah, being a good sport there. He's had his fair share of bragging rights this year when it comes to college head-to-head matchups with his teammates. Colts owner Kalen Jackson provided the gear for Buckner. She's an IU grad. As for the rest of the day, the Colts are back on the practice field, getting ready for the Chargers on Sunday. A chance to go 6-1 on the season.
Shay says all the time, we're going up against a good team, but we're a good team as well, and the guys have all the confidence in the world in each other and what we got going on, and I mean, I've said it before, you know what I mean? Fear no one, respect everyone. So, you know, we got our game plans, and we're going to go into the game trusting one another and executing.
Okie dokie. Well, we know you love black and gold stripes, but he looks good in his red and white stripes.
Looks pretty
Red and
good.
cream. All right, now to the Division III college football ranks now. The DePauw Tigers enter the second half of the season with a perfect 5-0 record.
What a season. They've been lighting up teams this year and have climbed to number 11 in the latest Division III poll. The Tigers outscoring their opponents 213-28. 213-28 this season. They've won 29 straight regular season games and 23 straight conference games. They also have one of the best pass catching duos in the country, Scott and Robbie Ballantyne, two brothers from Crown Point. They've connected for 44 catches for over 600 yards and 8 TDs this season.
Even though they're 2 years apart, they're extremely close. They're very close with each other, and so they have this special bond of they almost don't even have to say anything to each other. They just kind of exchange looks, but they also razz on each other and hold each other accountable at the same time. And so, you know, having that brotherly bond, you know, from a quarterback to receiver, yes, may be pretty rare, especially when they're 2 years apart. To have them both kind of performing at the high level that they are is pretty special.
That's awesome. What a
That's
connection.
cool.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine how their parents must feel?
Oh, man. No, I can't, actually. That's a wonderful, but clearly a synergy happening there.
For sure. Yeah, coming up at 6, Eli Gain has much more on the Ballantyne brothers and how they're cherishing every snap taken together this season.
No.
Still ahead here at 4, escalating tensions with Venezuela, the latest move involving U.S. military by President Trump.
And what the U.S. government is now asking Facebook and Instagram's parent company to do.
And we are watching this high pressure move away. This is what's given us the nice weather, but get ready for this. This is going to make for a topsy-turvy weekend. I'll talk about it coming up.